All right, I've got three more questions for atheists. Here is number one. Do you believe that our beliefs ought to be proportioned to the evidence? So should we only really believe something if we've got evidence in favor of it?
I don't just believe that our belief should be proportional to the evidence, because I believe you're being dishonest here in trying to set up your next two questions. I believe that beliefs ought to be directly influenced by the evidence. That is, if there is a preponderance of evidence for something, preponderance of high quality evidence for something, then I think it is appropriate to believe in something. However, I will say that these beliefs must be flexible because new evidence can be presented that should be able to overturn those beliefs.
Number two is, if we could verify that some miracle actually occurred, would that give us a reason to think that God exists? And again, this is contingent on whether or not we could actually verify that the miracle happened.
No, if you were to prove that a miracle happened, scientifically prove that a miracle happened, it would not prove the existence of a God or gods. What it would prove is that something occurred outside of the laws of the natural realm. That's the only thing that declaring something a miracle would prove. You have a great many number of steps to go down in order to prove a God beyond just a miracle happening. If science were to turn around today and say that the Big Bang was a miracle, that because of all of the known laws of quantum mechanics, it cannot be derived that the Big Bang could occur, and that therefore it was a miracle, and the science all settled on it being a miracle somehow, the only thing you proved is that something outside of the natural world made the Big Bang happen. That does not automatically preclude the existence of a God or gods. What it proves is that science doesn't know something and they gave up trying to understand it because it is impossible to understand.
All right, number three, and this is my final question. If you're an atheist that cares about truth and thinks that we should proportion our beliefs to the evidence, but then you also think that we've got this unique way to verify whether or not God exists through studying miracles, how many of the millions of miracle reports throughout history have you actually deeply investigated?
This is why I'm not just an atheist, I'm an anti-theist. This question highlights exactly how dishonest theists actually are in their argumentation. Your first question was dishonest in that you asked if we believe that our beliefs should be proportional to the evidence. You make no discussion as to whether the strength of or validity of that evidence should influence our beliefs at all. And your third question here automatically assumes that the first two questions construct a system in which we, the atheists, think that we have a system that can verify the existence of a God. This is dishonesty in a nutshell. On top of that, your third question automatically assumes that so-called supposed miracles are legitimate and can be verified as miracles that occur outside the realms of natural law and have no explanation whatsoever within the realms of the natural world. This is why I don't like theists. This is why I don't like Christianity. This is why I don't like religions. This is intellectual dishonesty at its most basic. I am an anti-theist because of people like you. So to answer your question, after I so rudely blew up in your face, it's dishonest, and so I can't answer it. You automatically assume that I will grant you that miracles exist, that I will grant you that any Joe Schmo that declares a miracle to be true is a true miracle, because you've declared these millions of miracles around the world. I can't answer that question when you've presupposed the truth of your statement, because I need to challenge you on that statement. Have I investigated every single miracle out there? No. Have you bothered to investigate every single scientific explanation that has been proposed for every single miracle out there? No, you haven't. So we are now at an impasse. You are dishonest, and I hate dishonesty.